Well, g'day guys, welcome back to yet another episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be fishing down here at Benartha Park, as you can see behind me. There is not a breath of wind, perfect conditions. We've just had a big rain last night, so I'm hoping, well, as you can probably hear, there's quite a bit of current moving down that little weir over there. So I'm hoping that the fish are going to be moving around, looking for bait, congregating in little areas like this. But anyway, I'm sort of bringing it back to basics today. As I will be going to school after this, I don't have my rod and reel with me, so I'm going to be using the good old hand line. And I must say, I haven't used one of those for a while. It's always something that I do like to bring along, especially if I'm going to be carp fishing. You know, just a simple little thing, chuck in the bottom of your bag. But you know what, today I'm going to wholly and solely rely on something like that to catch me some fish. So in the meantime, I sort of want to show you guys that you can catch fish regardless, using the best gear, the best rigs, that sort of thing possible. So I'm bringing it back to basics. We're going to see if we can catch a fish on the good old hand line, something like that, and we'll give it a shot. So the bait I'm going to be using today is so straightforward. It's just your plain old white bread. I'm going to be using the inside of the white bread, the fluffiest part. Don't use a crust or it will dry out and you'll notice that it won't stick to your hook and it will float as it hits the water. The normal white part of your bread works perfectly. Just mold that around your hook and you're good to go. Now I've also got with me a can of corn kernels as well. I mainly use them to sort of burley up the area. The beauty about them is you can probably have about 30 or 40 kernels in one hand and just throw it out, and you're targeting the spot you're going to be fishing, and that works as perfect burley. And they're also great bait to put on your hook as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to quickly get this little hand line rigged up. I'm going to quickly chuck it out there and hopefully we can get onto one of those winter slobs, which I reckon today we should have one of the best chances possible, because you've got a bit of movement, the fish are going to be congregating around. So the water's a little bit dirty, but at the end of the day, it's a Torrens. It's always going to be dirty. So anyway, all right, let's get out there and see if we can get a fish. Alrighty, well I thought I'd sort of run through the rig I'm using. It's so straightforward. All I've got there is my main line now. I think that's 10 or 12 pound monofilament. Then I've got two tiny little ball sinkers there. That's just to sort of keep the bait on the bottom. I've also got just a little barrel swivver there connecting my main line to my trace. And then from that, I've got a little size 4 mosquito hook, and they are absolutely perfect. They're made by Owner, and I've trialed out quite a few different hooks for carp, and these ones here are probably one of the best in my opinion. They stay ultra sharp. I've used them multiple times and I've hooked fish after fish after fish on them. So as far as rigging up goes for carp, it's so straightforward, as is everything pretty much when you're fishing for carp. All I'm going to do is grab a little bit of white fluffy bread like that and literally just mold it around my hook. There you go, bit of a better view. Just mold it around, and you want to push as tight as you can, just like that, into a little ball. Well, it's literally as simple as that. I've got my hook bait there, I've got a little bit of trace, probably about 20 centimeters of 10-pound trace, don't need much, and then just to your barrel swivel with your two little running sinkers. Alrighty, let's get it out there, hey. I'm actually excited. I literally haven't fished with a hand line for probably maybe 4 or 5 years. I used to do it as a kid all the time, you know, they're so convenient, you could take them wherever, but you know what? Let's see if we can get a fish on one, eh? Alrighty, let's try giving it a quick cast. I haven't done this for a while. Alright, bit of a swing, and oh, it's not too bad. You know what? I'm gonna go a little bit further. Alrighty, let's give her a little cast. Bit of a swing, hang on, let me get my judgment right, and oh, that is the winner. That's the one. Alrighty. I've got this little tree branch here, and that's just sort of gonna lift my line up over the water so I can sort of detect a bite. Do the slack up on that, put her a little holder, and we're ready to go. Well, I finally hooked up. Jeez, that took a while. I know. Oh, no, don't go around there. This is a good fish. This is a good fish. Come on, come on. I can just see. Oh, he's just there on the surface. All right. I just noticed he was really playing with it. He didn't sort of grab it. He sort of just played around with it a bit and dropped it, picked it up, that sort of thing. Oh, that was close. And cut a long story short, I pretty much just sort of struck on it and hooked him. Oh God. Oh, there he is. That's actually a good fish. That's a good fish on a little hand line. That goes to show you guys, you don't need expensive combos, this, that and the other to catch good fish. I'm gonna just get rid of that. I'm literally just gonna hand line him in. That's a nice carp. There we are. Oh no, don't go around there, don't go around there. Not in the reeds. Oh God, this is nerve-wracking. He's right in those reeds. I might land him here. And that was on the bread guys as well. This fish here, I actually reckon he was sitting on the bait for around 2-3 minutes. I noticed, I was literally just about to relocate, and cut a long story short, he was sort of just mouthing it on it, and I thought, oh, all right, that's probably a tail or something like that, just going over the line. And yet, sure enough, wait a little bit longer and hooked him. That's a nice fish, probably maybe 65, I reckon. Or maybe a little bit smaller, not too sure actually. Oh no, oh no. That's a nice carp, guys. And there he is. Not a bad little fish, actually. Probably, oh, yeah, probably about 60, 65, I dare say. I'm going to try and land him just here, I reckon. Jeez, he's got a lot of go on him. Right, oh, I don't really want to fall in. I've got school in half an hour, so I might just sort of beach him up around here. Let's even go around here. He's just hooked his, oh no, snap. There we go. I knew that would happen. I knew it was happening. I didn't really want to get closer to the water because I don't really feel like getting wet this morning. But cut a long story short, there we go. I'm gonna count that as a catch because I could have really, in hindsight, walked him over and grabbed him like that. Anyway, there we go. A nice little carp on the hand line. And there was a fish just jumped over there as well. So I'm gonna get it back out there and see if I can get another one because that was pretty good fun. Well, I reckon I just had a little touch. I could just see little touches in the line, and that straight after, it's probably hasn't even been out for a good 2 minutes, and that was straight after I missed a good fish that just absolutely, oh yeah, here we are, yep, come on. He's on it, I can just see, he's just playing with it, I might pop the camera down and try and hook him. It's a bit hard with one hand, I'm not gonna lie. He's still on it. And I dare say because of this sort of cooler water, it's quite cold at the moment, the fish are quite sluggish. So they're not sort of picking it up and running with it as what a summer carp would do. So, I don't know, I'm sort of just I'm not gonna take my chances. I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna let him sort of mouth the bait a bit, and then I'll wait for the right time.